him with a wooden sword. The other slaves also come out of their cells and quickly kill all the guards who try to stop them. While the slaves open the way, Hanno goes to his father's grave to take his sword and armor. He still has the arrow that killed Arishad and tells it to wait for him. Afterward, Hanno gives an inspiring speech to the slaves, who all agree to fight for their freedom. Then he enters the arena and finds Lucilla tied to a post surrounded by rebel senators while the crowd chants his name. Royal soldiers enter the arena too and the crowd boos them, but before they can attack, the slaves rush in to help Hanno fight with fair numbers. As a fierce battle ensues, Caracalla gets excited, but Macrinus is frustrated and tells a commander to call the cavalry. However, this can't be done because the cavalry is protecting the city since Akatsu's old army is coming from Ostia to invade. They still manage to spare a few soldiers, who soon enter the arena and start killing both slaves and senators without mercy. The crowd freaks out and a guard shoots an arrow, killing a spectator. This is the last straw and now the crowd begins to riot, pushing the soldiers off the walls but also losing more civilians in the process. While everyone is distracted, Macrinus uses the chance to kill Caracalla by inserting a bodkin into his ear. In the arena, enough soldiers have been killed to create an opening and Hanno tries to rescue his mother. At that moment Macrinus shoots an arrow that pierces Lucilla's heart, so she gives Hanno her last words of encouragement before dying. Afterward Macrinus leaves on a horse to join the army at the gates, so Hanno steals a horse to follow him. Minutes later, the Praetorian Guard meets Akatsu's army led by Ravi outside the city. Hanno appears in front of Macrinus and introduces himself as Lucius, the real heir to the throne. He tackles Macrinus to throw him off his horse and the men begin fighting with his swords. Macrinus turns out to be a fearsome opponent who manages to break Hanno's sword and keeps him short-sighted by throwing dirt at his face. Then Macrinus pushes Hanno into the river and starts stabbing, but the sword keeps bouncing on the armor. Hanno sees himself in the afterlife again and remembers his mother's last words before resurfacing with regained strength. He punches Macrinus before retrieving his sword to cut off his arm, followed by a slash to his stomach that finally kills him. After the body floats away, Hanno reminds the armies of his